So with process of elimination, there were still a lot. I don't know why I'm holding these cards up because you can't read them anyway. Am I particularly happy about that prompt? Maybe not, but we'll do it anyway because I need to force myself to do certain books. I might have potentially cheated a tiny smidge. What the jar has in store for us today. Hello lovely bookworms and welcome to a new round of Game of the Books. And I can't believe it, but it is the final one of the year. We're doing my December edition of Game of the Books and nothing's really changed. I still have the same cards, same system, and I'm not going to talk about it too much. Let's just get into the books for December. Hello and welcome to a new round of Game of the Books. This is going to be the final month of the season, so I try to make it a little bit festive, Christmassy, if you will. This is just a garland. Isn't it pretty? Anyway, nothing's really changed. You can barely see this, but we'll handle that when we get to it. So green, physical TBR, orange is whatever I want it to be, blue, past TBR, yellow is a wild card, and TBR jar. So nothing's really changed there. Let's just dive right into it and go for roll number 1. That's a good old fashioned 5. It will focus, there we go, 5. 5 is green, physical TBR. 1 added, it's 5 rolls and 1 redraw for the card, and also 1 redraw of my TBR jar if I get a TBR jar. So card number 1. Read a romance book. Okay, I need this because I have a couple of Christmassy romances that I want to put on my TBR. So that is book number 1. Okay, so roll number 1 was a green read a romance book. For this one, I've decided to go for a book that was already on my radar to read during this season, and that is this one, which is Christmas at the Ranch. In this one, we follow Emery Oakes, and she actually has to stay in a little town called Evergreen due to a snowstorm. There is some scandal around her family, I think, at the turn of events, and Evergreen used to be the place that she used to spend Christmas in when she was younger, and she actually fell in love with Tate Wilder, and he lives in on an idyllic horse ranch, and she doesn't want to see Tate again. This was something that was in the past. This is a second chance romance, and I'm really excited to pick this up in the month of December and get all the romance Christmassy vibes from this. So this is book number 1. Moving on to roll number 2. Roll number 2. It's a little difficult to roll with this garland, but that's okay. 3. 1, 2, 3. Orange, whatever I want it to be. So this could also be a digital ebook. Read a book that has an intriguing cover. Okay, I can figure that out, I think. Book number 2. So roll number 2 was an orange, and that is orange, read a book that has an intriguing cover. And for this one, I have decided to go for a book that I want to read during this Christmas season. This, I think, is an intriguing book due to the fact that it is very seasonal and also murdery, and I've decided to go for The Christmas Murder Game. I really thought that the little, tree that they made with all these different types of keys, which is an element of the story, I think, and also the weapons. So there's a knife here and there's a poison bottle in the middle. I thought that was an intriguing cover. This is a locked room murder mystery all around Christmas time, and I think that if something's up my alley, it's gonna be this. I hope it's gonna be a good murder mystery, because that's always the question. But I'm really excited to put this on my list for December. Okay, moving on to roll number 3. Roll number 3. Let's hope we get at least 1 wild card. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? 19, wow, okay. High rolls it is. There we go. 19. Blue. So past TBR. Read a book you've been excited for since before it was released. Well, I have a few of those on my TBR, so this should work out. That's number 3. Am I particularly happy about that prompt? Maybe not, but we'll do it anyway because I need to force myself to do certain books. So this one was a blue read a book you've been excited for since before it was released. And for this, I really had to think because there is multiple books on my TBR that I've had for a long time that I'm excited for, but I couldn't pinpoint if I was excited for them since before they were released. And something that I just took as a little pinpoint was whether this was a pre-order or not. So I've decided to go for a book that I've pre-ordered at the time and I'm still excited for, and something, because this is also a past TBR prompt, something that's been on my TBR before. So with process of elimination, there were still a lot. And the one that I chose was The Darkness Within Us by Tricia Levenseller. This is a book that I have pre-ordered due to the fact that I loved The Shadows Between Us so much. This is in the same universe but follows her sister. So the main protagonist in the first book, which is The Shadows Between Us, we follow her sister, and I think she actually she wants to kill her husband. It literally says, "I killed for this. I've earned it. Finding some measure of calm, I say I will be." So yeah, I think she murders her husband and then she is going after the crown, something along those lines. It's not that big, and I'm trying to really get back into the swing of fantasy. This is something that I think I've pre-ordered. I'm not sure when this was pre-ordered, but I know that I've pre-ordered this because of the fact that I loved the first book so much. And I just think this is a gorgeous edition with the sprayed edges and all of that. So I've decided to go for The Darkness Within Us for this one. So let's move on to roll number 4. Roll number 4. This is a good old-fashioned 7. There we go. This was not handy as my 1, 6, 7. Green physical TBR. Read a book with mythology. I'm gonna redraw this card. I'm not in the mood for mythology. Read a book with a black cover. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's go for that one. Roll number 4 is a green read a book with a black cover. And for this one, I might have potentially cheated a tiny smidge, but this is a book that I've been meaning to read for a long time. So I could have also put it on the previous one, but I'm not completely sure if I've pre-ordered it. So I'm not sure if I was excited for this before it was released. So I couldn't put that in this spot. It is mostly black, but it also has blue. It is sort of cheating a little bit, but I have put this one, which is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, on this spot. I think it is predominantly black, if I'm being honest. Yes, there is blue, but which book is just completely black? It just doesn't happen, okay? So, am I cheating? Do you think I'm cheating? Let me know if you think I'm cheating with this one. But this is about a girl who lives on the edge of the Russian forest, the Russian wilderness, I think. And she is actually, I think, a young girl who listens to the stories of her grandmother. Then she realizes that the monsters that her grandmother tells her about, or the elderly woman, I'm not sure if it's her grandmother, elderly servant. So I'm not sure if it's her grandmother, but I gave me grandmother vibes, if that makes sense. They come to life and she sees them, and something dark is stirring in the woods, and I think there's a beautiful adventure in this one as well. This is so wintry that I really want to read it this year. I've put this on my TBR multiple times. This could have also been a previous TBR prompt, and it is just high time that we do it. And this cover, I have the most gorgeous edition and I just have never picked it up, so this is gonna be December. I'm gonna hold myself to it. December Esme. December Esme is gonna read this. Who am I kidding? I hope I will, but let's just move on to the final roll. And finally, roll number 5. Could we get a wild card? I mean, we have a couple of yellows here, right? That we could land on. Anyway, let's hope and pray. Oh, you can't see it. That is 3. 1, 2, 3. Another physical TBR. I'm gonna roll again. I might shoot myself in the foot here, but We're gonna go again. That's a 10. 10, okay. Ha! I didn't shoot myself in the foot. The final one is a yellow wild card. Thanks, Esme, for doing that redraw. That's the final one. So for the final roll, I was a little bit smart because I re-rolled, and I have re-rolled for a wild card. Thank you very much, board. And I'm not sure if this is going to be specifically the book I'm going to read for it, but I'm hoping in December I can read more than 5. And so I put this one on here, and that is Christmas at the Cat Cafe by Jessica Redland. I want to read quite a few Christmassy romance books, and this is one of them. This is just the one that I grabbed from my shelves, but I think there are quite a few that I could potentially pick for this prompt. I think this is about a woman who wants to run a cat cafe, or wants to start a cat cafe, and then I think her boyfriend just leaves her be. Not sure if she meets someone new or if this is a sort of redemption within a relationship arc. I have no clue, but we'll see. And I'm not sure if this is the one that I will read for this one, but I figured the wildcard spot would just be read as many romance Christmassy books as you can. So this is on the list. So those were all 5 of the books of the prompts that I pulled, and I thought I would add a 6th book because I have faith in myself that I can do 6 books in December at least. So I figured we could grab one from the TBR jar and do that every month unless I draw a TBR jar, if that makes sense. So I have grabbed the pumpkin. We are shaking the pumpkin, and we're gonna grab a card, and we'll see what the jar has in store for us today. I am scared. We'll see. Let's just pick one. If I don't like it, I am allowed to redraw once. Just the one. Just the one. Okay, let me open it first, and then I'll show you. No way. Wait, is that a different one? Yes, it is a different one. Oh my gosh. I thought I grabbed the Christmas murder game, but I grabbed the murder game. I am gonna redraw this one though, because I want to keep that book for a different time and place. I will put it down there so I can't pick it again. Let's redraw and then do the second one. Shuffling, going for number 2. Oh no. Okay, we'll do it. Okay. This, my friends, is Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes. The jar's making fun of me. Gathering Darkness is part of the Fallen Kingdom series and one of the ones that I have been meaning to read for a very long time. So, I guess we're doing it in December. Okay, let's grab the book. Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes. This is the 3rd of all the Morgan Rhodes books I could have picked from that jar, because there's all of them in the series are in here. I picked the 3rd one, which is literally the one I am on right now. Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes. In the first book, we follow 3 different perspectives from the 3 different kingdoms, and it is, I think, a princess, a prince from a neighboring, and a, what is he, like a rebel? Something along those lines in the first book. It's been a long time, and I just want to finish this series, so we're gonna read it in December. This TBR jar, I swear, is doing me dirty, but it's okay. That said, I now have 6 books for my December TBR, and those are these ones. So I have Christmas at the Cat Cafe, The Christmas Murder Game, Christmas at the Ranch, The Bear and the Nightingale, The Darkness Within Us, and Gathering Darkness. There's so much darkness this month. I mean, it's the final month of the year, so that makes a bit of sense. So yeah, these are the books for December. That said, those were all the books that I'm planning to read this December month. As you're watching this, December has officially started. I think it's the 1st of the month, and also the first Christmas countdown video. So starting today, you're getting 4 videos each week. I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a wild range of things. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and press that little bell icon so you get post notifications every single time a Christmas countdown video goes live. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!